Hi, welcome to Violin Studio with Sharon. Today we're going to continue with Twinkle, Twinkle. We're going to put the bow together with our left hand fingers. Now, in the previous two episodes, part 1 and part 2, we discussed how to prepare our left hand fingers. And if you have not done so, please refer to those two videos and really carefully prepare the hand frame and also prepare the fingers ready for this part. Now, as mentioned in the last episode, we are going to break the elements into smaller chunks so it's more manageable. First, we are going to look at the notes that are on the A string. We know we have AA, BB, A. And so we are going to first warm up our bow hand by playing on the A string. Again, we want to follow just the bridge, the curve of the bridge to bring the bow to the A. And then we want to add the notes A, B, and repeat. Now, as you repeat, you want to focus on the lift and drop of the first finger. Mainly, you want the action to initiate from the base knuckle. And now, when we cross to the D string, we know that the first finger is moving in parallel motion. So we just simply want to lift, cross, and drop to the left, which is your D string, and our bow follows. Now, remember, this is not a forward-backward motion of the first finger or any fingers. Rather, it's a lift and drop motion. Now that we are on the D string, we want to prepare our hand frame. We can start with simply playing each note one time. Making sure that we are coordinating the change of bow to the change of finger. Lift before you play. Lift before you play. And lift. Let's do it one more time. Now this time we're going to repeat, but with doubling each note. And repeat. Now, in case you want to review elements on bow holds and how to draw the bow on the string, please refer back to previous episodes on how to prepare your right hand for bow hold, where to put the thumb, and also there's an episode on how to draw the bow on the string, as well as string crossing. So string crossing is something that I would like to talk about right now. We know that in this Twinkle Twinkle, we have two Ds and then cross to the A string and then back to the D string. So perhaps we should isolate this element of string crossing and simply focus on open string. And we know we have two Ds, cross to A, go back to D. Now, this melody follows a 7-note pattern, and you notice that every 7 note is a half note, it's a long note. Now, within the 7 note, we have string cross. So we need to be very careful when we practice, is to focus on the group of 7 notes, rather than trying to play through the whole line non-stop. And then we stumble across certain notes and then we have to start all over again. But we're going to break it down into smaller chunks. We take the first 7 notes, and now we only play on the open strings that the notes fall on. So we know we have 2 Ds and 5 As. In this case, it's important that we stop the bow on the old string completely before crossing to the new string. Let's try that one more time. Stop the hand completely, cross. Stop the hand completely, cross. Now when you feel more confident with string crossing and also drawing the bow on the strings, we can add the finger back in. Let's do it one more time, which is the second half of line 1. Now, this is very good. You will notice that the beginning of second line is very similar to what we were working on. If we take away the open A and just focus on the notes that follow that falls on the D string, then we are left with G, F, E, which is 3, 2, 1. One more time. And again, every day take a moment, a few minutes, work on your hand frame, preparing your old 1, 2, 3 half step together. And then as you play, focus on lifting the fingers before moving the bow. So as we are doing it a little slower, we want to focus on coordinating the motion of the finger, lift and drop motion, and the movement of the bow. Now we are going to put the 2 A's back. Stop your hand completely, then cross. So as you notice, the first 2 measures of line 2 repeats itself, and that will already be half of the line. The rest will be repeating the beginning 4 measures. So yeah, 3/4 of the piece repeats itself. So if we carefully practice these elements in smaller chunks, it's more manageable. It makes practicing much more effective, and also your fingers will more likely retain what was reinforced and repeated. I hope this is helpful, and enjoy your practice session. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.